Look at this gorgeous specimen that I found at the thrift store. In excellent condition, GameCube compatible Nintendo Wii. It looks fantastic with the exception that it's missing the SD slot cover. No big deal, I ordered a replacement on eBay. I want to take this thing and first off make sure that it works, and second perform a soft mod so that we can install the Homebrew Channel, which will allow us to install custom applications on here. We'll install an NES emulator as well as Wiimmfi, which is a bootloader for allowing online play for select games that are no longer in service. Let's get started. Well, I guess things are starting off right. It's booted up just fine. I can see that the previous owner has some stuff on here. So I want to do a factory restore and make this machine mine. I want to make sure that before I do this, I make sure that the date and the time is correct. And I can see in my case, everything looks fine. So in the Wii options, and in the Wii settings, I'll navigate to Format Wii System Memory. And it looks like the previous owner had parental controls enabled. So in order to continue, we'll need to disable this. So we'll head back to parental controls and select yes. I want to change parental controls. Since I have no clue what the pin is, I'll select I forgot. It will ask me some questions, but no matter what question it asks me, I probably don't know what the answer is. I can probably take a guess, but I'm not going to get it. So I'll just go ahead and select I forgot. The console will present me with a confirmation number that is unique to this console and the date. So let me run over to a computer real quick and hit up this website, which is a really neat tool, and I can use this to help unlock my Nintendo Wii from its parental controls. I'll enter the confirmation number for my console into this text box and select the date from this drop-down selection field and click Get Reset Code. The website will generate a code that I can use on my Wii to release it from its parental controls. So let's try it out. Back at my console, I'll select OK and enter the master key that was generated from the website. And just like that, parental controls has been disabled. So now we can get back to where we were before and we can format this device back to its factory settings. It's going to throw up a few scare messages at me, but I'll just go through with it since I know what I'm doing. At least I think I do. This process can take a few minutes, so crack one open and relax a little bit. Once the process is done, select OK, and the device will shut down. I had to use the Wiimote to power mine back on once this process was complete. Now the Wii is as if I had just bought it brand new from the factory, so I am configuring it for the very first time. So configure the console however it makes sense to you, so I'm just going to do it what makes sense to me. I'm going to not use parental controls on my Wii. So cool. Now the device is back to life with a rebuilt brain. The home screen has the default channels and everything looks great to me. Let's head back into the Wii options and the Wii settings. We'll select the internet options in order to connect to the local Wi-Fi, which will be in the connection settings. All of my connections are open because, I just formatted my Wii, so I'll select the first one and assign it as a wireless connection. Since the Wii has a built-in Wi-Fi receiver, I don't want to use anything else. The simplest thing to do is just search for a open access point. Of course, if your LAN is set up differently, you set it up however it makes sense to you. Save the settings when I'm done. The Wii will test the connection. For some reason, this can take a while, so just be patient. At this point, I'll be asked to update my machine. I'm going to select no because I'm going to assume that not everyone watching this will be formatting their Wii, so somebody that wants to do this soft mod without a factory restore can pick up from this point. So let's go back and back again and back again and head over to Wii System Updates and select yes and accept this dialog. Doing a system update will ensure that we are running the most up-to-date version of the Wii system software at the time of the modding process, assuming that Nintendo is providing this service at the time you're viewing this video. Hopefully they still are. The length of this process can vary depending on how outdated your system is or how slow your internet connection is. Sweet, we are up to date. Here I'm going to select no to these services because WiiConnect 24 has been discontinued and the Wii Shop channel will be shut down soon, or even might already be shut down depending on when you're viewing this video. Okay, let's head back to the Wii menu. Now that our internet is set up and our system is updated, it's time to prepare the soft mod. Head back into our Wii options and the Wii settings. First thing you want to make note of is the system software version in the upper right. You can see this console is running version 4.3U. Next, head over to internet options and select console information. Inside here on the active network device, you will see a MAC address for your console. Make a note of this as well. Grab yourself a blank SD card and put it in an SD card reader and put that into your computer. If you don't have an SD card reader, you can find a SD card to USB reader on eBay for pretty cheap, or Amazon or whatever. Head over to this website, pleasehackme.com, where me is spelled M-I-I. This is a site that will create an exploit called Letterbomb that allows you to run unsigned code on your SD card from your Wii message reader. It's actually really cool. It's a neat little exploit. Select your Wii system menu version, type your MAC address into the input fields, confirm that you are not a robot, and click either cut the blue or red wire, it doesn't matter. A zip file will download. Extract its contents and copy it to the root of the SD card. Awesome. I'm going to delete the files from my hard disk real quick and eject my SD card. I'll take the SD card from my computer and stick it into my Nintendo Wii. Without a reboot or anything, your Wii will recognize that the card has been inserted. Now I will select my Wii message board. You may have to fidget around with the days, like go back to yesterday and come back today, or go to yesterday and find the litter bomb. It will show up somewhere, but you may have to fidget around a little bit. When you see it, hit it. You will immediately see that you're not in Kansas anymore. You should see what looks like a command prompt terminal, and you'll see that the code is running. You have launched the Homebrew Channel installer. It's probably easiest to follow what I do. Hit continue, use the D-pad to select install the Homebrew Channel, hit A, go to yes, continue, then select continue, go back down to exit, and the Homebrew Channel will launch. If you ever need to uninstall the Homebrew Channel, you can go through this process again. You'll notice that in that installer, you saw that there was an option to uninstall the Homebrew Channel. Once it is initialized, you'll be able to use the one button on the Wiimote to show the app menu. Otherwise, you might think you've done something horribly wrong, because otherwise nothing will show up. You'll just see these bubbles flying around on the screen. You can also use the home button to navigate back to the Wii menu. So it's really cool. You can use the Homebrew Channel to install custom apps from third-party developers or homebrew developers to run on your Wii. And we're going to take advantage of that. There are multiple ways to install apps on the Homebrew Channel. We will do it the manual way. So let's pop the SD card out of the Wii and we'll put it back into our computer. The first thing that we're going to install is a Nintendo Entertainment System emulator, and you can find this as well as many other emulators and apps at this website. I'm going to right-click on the FCE Ultra GX NES emulator and open it up in a new tab. Over here on the right, I will also launch this download link on another tab. And lastly, I'll download this zip file containing the most recent version of the app at the time of this recording. After decompressing the zip file, you'll see an apps folder and another folder. Simply copy these folders exactly as they are to the root of the SD card. Now you will see these folders on the SD card. Inside the FCE UGX folder, you'll see a ROMs folder. This is where you will place your ROM files to play. I'll put one in here just so that we can test it out. Alright, now let's close out these tabs and download another app. But definitely take the time to take a look at this site because there's a bunch of cool emulators and apps and other things here that you can take advantage of. Next we'll get Wiimmfi, which is a Wii game bootloader that is used to get some Wii games back online where service has been discontinued. Head over to this URL. Read over this page and we will just focus on this for real disc section because it's more fun to play with real discs anyways, and I sort of collect and I like to have the real discs for myself, and I hope that you do too. As you can see, the Homebrew Channel is a prerequisite, which we've already taken care of. Now we need to download and install the Wiimmfi Patcher, so let's do that. After extracting the zip file, I'll hop into the apps folder and copy the app folder from my downloads directory to the apps folder on my SD card. And delete the apps folder from my downloads folder when I'm done. Lastly, I'll copy the bslug directory from my downloads folder to the root of my SD card, and that's it. Remove the SD card from the computer and put it back in the Wii. No reboot or anything is required. We'll open the Homebrew Channel. Notice that we have two apps here now. Let's test out the Nintendo emulator first. Sweet, looks great. There's a bit of a delay between my capture device and the playback on my monitor, but other than that, it's fantastic. If I were playing this on a real TV, it would look beautiful and I wouldn't be playing as crappy, but this is fun. Okay, so now we're done with this. I know it works, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit the home button and let's go back to the system menu. Now let me insert a game that I want to play online. So I'll insert Mario Kart Wii, which is probably the most popular game played on Wiimmfi. Alright, I know the system recognizes the game disc, but I won't launch the game the normal way. I'll launch the game using the Homebrew Channel instead. To launch the game, let's select the Wiimmfi Patcher app. Follow the URL here to see the list of games that are supported. Now the app is attempting to boot and patch the game. Okay, the game has been patched and obviously it has booted. Now, since this is the first time I'm booting this game, I will set up a quick profile using a guest account since this is a quote new Wii, because I just did a factory restore, so let's try to get it online. It will say connecting for quite a while. So the first time that you connect it will error, but you will notice it doesn't say that the service has been shut down like it would if you were connecting normally. It says that the server is busy. If you see an error code of 23899 or 23887 or any error code that begins with 238, that means that your console has been registered and you have to wait 7 days for activation. This is normal. If you see an error code of 20110, that means that the patching has failed. So let's put this video on hold and we will come back in a few days and we'll see if we can get Mario Kart Wii back online.
1 week later.
Okay, so it has been a full week, and now I'm firing up the Wii, and we're going to check to see if we can get Mario Kart Wii online. So we'll open up the Homebrew channel, and just like we did before, we're going to launch the Wiimmfi Patcher with the Mario Kart Wii disc in the Nintendo Wii. Everything else will boot up exactly the same. I will select the license that I had created previously. We will try to select one player to get online. And since I am using a guest account, I'm going to have to go through this process again of giving it permission to get me online and blah, blah, blah. Connecting. And would you look at that, we are online with Mario Kart Wii. So let's select a worldwide race with versus. And I'll select a racer. I'll go with Mario. Why not? Who doesn't like Mario? I'll just select the default car. Automatic. And just to prove that we're online, let's see. Let's search for opponents. This might take a little while. So let me speed this up a little bit. And let's see who we hooked up with. That person from here, from there. Look at this. So we are connecting with people from all over the world. We got some people from the US and from everywhere. Look at this. So we are back online with Mario Kart Wii in the year 2018. That is freaking awesome. I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I hope that you can bring your Nintendo Wii back to life. And if you see a Nintendo Wii in a thrift store for a good price, pick it up and give it another chance. Thank you for watching.